inside of your relationships right now. Are there any defects? That's a result right there to let you know whether or not you've compromised. I'm not saying relationships are going to be easy, but I'm saying when you compromise initially, once we compromise with God, we compromise with ourselves. Once we compromise for ourselves, we compromise with others. That's why we compromise, because someone is producing something that we need at the moment. So my hunger or my desperate need for what you're offering causes me to compromise my standards to adapt to what you offer me. Satan brings into your life something that says you at your most weary state are the most vulnerable. Look at it, Jacob and Esau. Esau sold his birthright because he was so hungry that Jacob had him sell his birthright due to his intense need. When we're weary, we have an intense want or an intense need for something. And usually when we have an intense need for something, our whole soulish realm is so contaminated that we'll latch on to something from an intense need, and it actually be a cancer that eventually will destroy your life. How many of us, through our intense needs and from our intense wants, gravitated to another person and we have nothing but damaged goods or hell, or nothing but a baby, or nothing but chaos, or nothing but disaster from something that we compromise our standards for? Never let your intense needs make you so weary that you compromise your standards or your foundation for something that's going to eventually destroy your life. Satan is smooth. These demons are smooth. They know exactly what to bring into your life to cause you to compromise. And it also says, in due season you will reap if you faint not. See, the scripture doesn't say every Christian will receive, or every person that believes in God, who does well, who waits, will receive. It says, if we faint not. Basically, it says, let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap. Only those who don't faint reap. If you're battling and waiting right now, chances of you reaping, or if you're falling or compromising during your weary state or through the process that God is bringing you, if you faint in the middle of that, you will never reap. Any plant that is plucked from the ground before its season, before it's done, is not considered ripe. A fruit that's plucked from its vine, a grape that's plucked from its vine, from its source of life before its season, is not ripe. It is in due season that God brings that individual in your life. Satan will tempt you during the process to compromise. He will tempt you from the left, tempt you from the right, bring 5 guys in your life, 4 girls in your life. He loves to bring options. God only brings one, but Satan and demons bring options. Beware of options. Because if you wait on God and you say, God, you know what? I know what I need. I know what I desire from you. I know that I deserve better. I shall reap if I faint not. All of us are going to be tempted to faint. All of us are going to be tempted to remove our standards. All of us is going to be tempted to subtly drift away from our foundations in God. We all are going to be tempted not to read our words often. We're all going to be tempted not to pray. We're all going to be tempted to compromise, because once we remove those standards from our lives, we'll compromise for something that's wicked, something that's defiled, something that was intended and planned weeks before you even saw it to destroy you. These demons know all about cycles, man. They know how to bring things into your life weeks in advance with the ultimate goal to produce something. They know that if I can subtly drift them from God, if I can make their lives busy, if I can make their schedules busy, if I can cause their mornings to be chaotic, if I can have them do or compromise in this area, one little compromise here will produce a big compromise over here. Be patient and wait, because there's no relationship that's worth having before it's time. Wait on God, and you will reap if you faint not. Thank you so much for watching my video. There's another video I'm going to do later on this week. Look out for it. It's called Family Before or After. But for those who don't know, that I wrote a book called Unplugged. And I talk about some of these things that those different deceptions and demonic influence that's causing us to remain plugged into this system. I talk about a lot of things that's on a deep level, demonic level, that talks about the real realities of life, to give you a better understanding of how to unplug from this system. Because whatever you plug into becomes your source. Thank you so much for watching my video, and be blessed.